The PlayStation 5 has finally been released, and if you've been lucky enough to get your hands on one, you're probably working your way through the launch games. But what comes next? This is a look at the biggest and juiciest AAA games of 2021 coming to PS5. Exclusive, cross-gen, and third-party. Watch to the end to tell me which games you want to pick up. And if you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's begin.
Slow down, please! Dad's not listening!
Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart features the return of the Lombax mechanic and his Sony robot buddy as they try and stop an evil emperor intent on destroying organic life across all universes. This gorgeous looking 4K 60fps game is a showcase title for the PS5's SSD as it makes the fast planet hopping gameplay possible. And look out for a very sexy new arrival.
Who?
The world of assassination is on the brink.
Professional assassin Agent 47 returns in Hitman 3, a stealth action adventure that takes him across the world to some of its most exotic locales, accept contracts, and use your ruthless skills to take down the most sinister and powerful figures on a journey of darkness and hope.
Looks like Shift is hungry for more, but the gravity-defying evade comes at the last second!
Fantastic!
Set in a futuristic London stadium, Destruction All-Stars is a vehicle combat game in the vein of Rocket League. The difference here is you can get out of your car and viciously take over vehicles from the opposing team. Destruction All-Stars will be included free with PlayStation Plus in February and March next year for all PS5 owners, so the game will have a chance to grow a thriving multiplayer community.
I am El Presidente.
Clearly inspired by Cuba, Far Cry 6 is set on the fictional Caribbean island of Yara. In this first-person shooter, you play guerrilla fighter Danny Rojas on his quest to take down fascist dictator Anton Castillo, played by man of the moment Giancarlo Esposito. You must use your guns for hire in your quest to lead a bloody revolution.
Our people.
The biggest racing sim franchise ever will return with Gran Turismo 7. It promises to be the best yet, encompassing an extensive single-player career mode, the return of engine tuning, competitive online racing, and more. It will take advantage of the DualSense's adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, and Tempest 3D audio, so you feel you're in the race more than ever before. Game director Kazunori Yamauchi promises it will be a combination of the past, present, and future, a complete form of Gran Turismo. Honestly, as the first full GT game for 8 years and with mainstream appeal, I think this game is going to be massive.
You do not fully understand it.
Kena Bridge of Spirits is a captivating story-led action-adventure set in an Eastern-inspired enchanted realm. You play as Kena, a spirit guide with magical abilities who can help deceased spirits move on from the physical to the spirit world. You use a staff in combat and a pulse ability to shield you from attacks. You can build a team of cute Furby-like spirit companions to manipulate the environment in your quest to find the sacred mountain shrine. Whilst it has its own unique gorgeous graphical style, this is giving me some serious Zelda vibes, and if it delivers, that's a good thing.
It's cold!
Nope, you're ready to loot!
In Deathloop, you are Colt, an assassin on the mysterious island of Black Reef, with a mission to take out 8 targets before midnight. However, you're stuck in a time loop. If you fail, the party resets, and you wake up at the start of the evening, but with the memory of your target's behavior, which you can use to find the right way to eliminate them all. But there is an agent, Juliana, whose mission it is to protect the loop at any cost. She can be AI controlled, or other players can control her. This is an intriguing idea that blends Demon's Souls, Cluedo, and Bioshock with an FPS.
But I'm one stubborn motherfucker.
Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls and quite possibly shape the future of the wizarding world.
It seems like every muggle's fantasy is about to come true with Hogwarts Legacy, an action RPG in the world of Harry Potter. Set back in the 1800s, you play a pupil at the famous wizarding school. You will get to attend classes, learn how to make potions, cast spells, and sneak out to explore Hogsmeade Village and tame fantastic beasts. But you'll soon discover you have the power to perceive ancient magic. Will you use it for good, or yield to the temptation of darker magic? I will be Slytherin because I'm Venom. What house will you choose? Tell me in the comments. I think you're a Hufflepuff. No offense.
What you stand for.
Over and over, I relive my first moments on this alien planet. The crash. The attack. My death.
Sci-fi third-person shooter Returnal is another title featuring a time loop. You play as Celine, who crash lands on an inhospitable planet that is out to kill you, and it does, repeatedly. But every time you come back to life, the landscape has shapeshifted and the items available to you are different. To play, you scavenge the planet, fight ruthless alien enemies, and try and piece together the secrets of your memories. You must use every loop to find new ways to get yourself to the site of an ancient civilization if you ever hope to escape.
Before the cycle breaks me.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a trip through the best moments of George Lucas's movies, and also the stuff that happened in the Disney sequels. There are 9 episodes, each with 5 story missions, and you can play the episodes in any order you like. Lightsaber fighting and Jedi powers have all been improved for better combat. There are trips to all the famous planets. There's pod racing, speeder bike chasing, and over 500 characters to meet, most of them playable. Whilst I feel the voices take away from the charm of the original LEGO games, this may be the last LEGO Star Wars game for a while. This is the way. Rainbow Six Quarantine takes the real-world setting of the Tom Clancy novels and moves it into the future for a game with a distinctly alien twist. This is a tactical co-op FPS where you must help contain a global parasite that is far worse than anyone ever imagined. By blending the shooting with menace, this could be the best alien game yet. Crimson Desert is an open-world fantasy action-adventure game that developers Pearl Abyss hope can bridge the divide between single-player and multiplayer games. It will combine a narrative-driven immersive single-player campaign that has engaging quests with online multiplayer elements. The game is set on the continent of Pyrewell, and you play the oddly named Macduff, a mercenary fighting to reclaim his land. There are powerful bosses to beat, and an absolutely beautiful looking world to explore that looks a generation ahead from anything else. I will be following this one as I hope it all works out.
If you're watching this, I'm dead.
If you want to play a Batman game that doesn't have him in it, then Gotham Knights is the game for you. An action RPG set in an open world Gotham City where you play as either Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin or Red Hood, and you have to solve mysteries, fight the criminal underworld, and perhaps become the next Dark Knight. Whilst no gameplay has been revealed, I suspect this could play like a DC version of Marvel's Spider-Man.
You probably figured out that you need to drink blood. We have one rule. You don't break the masquerade.
Gamers thirsty for their next taste of blood are going to have their thirst satiated with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. The newest game set in the world of darkness, where vampires, werewolves and demons all live in the shadows. This action RPG is based in present-day Seattle. You play as a human killed and revived as a vampire. You can select your character background and vampire discipline to help you as you navigate a deadly world of darkness. I love a good RPG but haven't played a vampire game before, so I'm hungry to try this one out. God of War 2018 was a massive critical success, so it was a big surprise to see Sony reveal a teaser for the sequel, God of War Ragnarok, at its PS5 September showcase, with a 2021 release date. A couple of clues suggest this one may slip, but even if it does, what is certain is Kratos will be back, will be very angry, and will be going to war against Odin and the whole Norse pantheon of gods. They don't even know what's coming.
Mailboy!
Final Fantasy XVI is coming, and it will be a big bombastic return for this legendary JRPG franchise. It's set in the mountainous land of Valisthea, where 6 kingdoms fight for the Mother Crystals that can bestow powerful ether magic. This is a welcome return to a more historical setting inspired, in part, by middle-aged Britain. A new world, new characters, new almighty summons. This could be the last word on Final Fantasy.
You see things others can't.
Ghostwire Tokyo features a futuristic incarnation of the Japanese capital city that has been overrun with deadly supernatural forces after 99% of the population has mysteriously disappeared. In this FPS action adventure, you must use your newly manifested abilities, karate-inspired spectral magic, to defeat the evil threat and discover what happened to all those people. Ghostwire Tokyo is uniquely blending different genres and settings together, and if it all comes together, this could be a fascinating twist on the FPS shooter.
I must find a way to stop it.
When Guerrilla decided to make something new after Killzone Shadowfall, there wasn't any guarantees it would be a success. But the story, the gameplay, and the whole adventure was such a hit with critics and the gaming public that a sequel was greenlit. Horizon Forbidden West continues the story of Aloy and her dying world, where she must fight bigger and more powerful machines as storms and a natural blight threatens extinction to all living creatures. The reveal trailer looks absolutely spectacular, and it seems Horizon Forbidden West will really build on the success of the first game in every single way. This is truly an amazing and varied list of AAA games. Tell me what your top 3 games are in the comments, and subscribe and share. Thank you for joining me on this look to the future. Cheers.